To divinely intervene as needed for my highest good, aka the highest good. What's the bottom of the deck? The storm. It looks like things are going to be rocking anyway. So let's go ahead and find out what's going on here. I didn't think too much about it. I'm just asking, what's a dot can we rock? And I want to know what that's all about. Energetically, is that good? Yeah. Because I'm in the middle of stuff, but I just feel like there's got to be more. There's got to be more than this. Give me a second. So one nice thing, I made some more things for the last event, and it was the first time that I had worked with a smoky celestial quartz for the public rather than myself. And with blue apatite, I just wanted to, go outside of the box with things that I truly feel more comfortable with, without the pressure of like, oh, what does the audience want? What will, so I did that. And I was like, it's going to go to whoever it's supposed to go to. And it that was the last thing that I had made. Or like one of the last two things that I had made, and that one sold. So I'm like, yay, fantastic. Thanks so much. All right, so I'm working on some other things, a little bit more, just more out of the box. But I mean, when I go with this flow, it ends up working out right for me. But it just feels like every single time, not every single time, like a good percentage of it feels like I'm in limbo. Look, I didn't forget about my castor oil finger to mend. Okay, so left side I have the heart side extroverted. Okay, 31. Or like inverted. Oh, goodness, why did I say extroverted? I mean, I remember it saying something about betrayal and heartbreak, like if it's in its dark sense. But it's inverted on the inbox part, and that's the energy card. And on the right side is the bardo, which is like the in-between. The doing side. That's what it feels like. I'm in limbo. Holy smokes, yeah, for sure. It does feel like I'm, yeah. Maybe it's just like, it's the waiting is just killing me. That kind of energy. I don't want to manifest that. No thanks. But I do want to manifest a piece of candy. Cheers to Papa Legba. We'll do the red. Now the red one is black cherry and it's delicious. Okay. I did things today. Good things. Or yesterday. So I gotta be proud of myself with that. Alright. Inverted. So I turn inwards. My personal inbox, the stuff that I make personal notations for myself. Not the inbox. So when I feel like I'm in limbo, what I do to retreat, when things get frustrating or start to feel like they're getting stale, before I get numb, or to prevent getting numb, I go to my personal inbox, the part where I make notes to self. Take refuge in my own consult, direct with the divine. No middleman, straight up channeling, DM for sure. So, what's up, Doc? Can we rock? Well, I don't feel like, I feel like a storm has hit where it's supposed to hit, but this is depicting like my area, like calm. So it's like a quiet storm in its collective sense. I didn't do a screen test. That's what it is. That's what it's called. Not a camera test, a screen test. It's okay. Totally okay. All right, so let's get some, okay. Quiet storm, yes. Yeah, the storm is happening on the outskirts. It's like when you move from one city to the next, and like there's all of a sudden no rain, like just borderline, just like there and there. So yeah, I'm not meant to get drenched. And I remember the thing about how I said something about I'm not supposed to suffer through my sacrifices. A little modification there. I meant to say through all of them. Some sacrifices should be easy, like you know better, so you just, you know, you sacrifice that part of whatever. But like when I do the pop-up thing, I mean, I'm not supposed to like go, you know, crazy lavish on anything, but when it comes to sustenance, um you don't cut yourself out of the picture in order to run the show. You don't do that. Number one, you don't do that. So they say to validate that. What? The river in reverse. Again, something about precipitation in the air. Let me go ahead and read that one, because there's like a horse right there. Something, I'm not supposed to get drenched. Hold on, what's behind that? The lover in reverse. What the heck? I could be humbled. I could be wrong. I don't know. Let me find out. We're just going to calm ourselves, okay? 34. The river. When in light, acceptance, grace, reflection, forgiveness. When in dark, torment of emotions, flooding, overwhelm. I don't know if I feel... I just went with it. I don't know what this is supposed to tell me. Hold on. $17. That's the star card in tarot anyway. But let's see a little bit more. Okay. When in light, connection, expansion, devotion, awe. When in dark, indulgence, attachment, obsession. Are they saying that that's a boo-boo? Have I been humbled? That's my, perhaps. I don't know, is it? Hold on, let me check this energy. Sometimes people just be like sending woo-woo shit. So let me see here. Is this wrong of me? No. No. Then why is it in reversal? I think those are personal, like, initial feelings that I have that I've, yeah, the mystic in reverse. Yeah, personal, personal feelings that I have on it. Initial ones anyway. And so when you realize what those triggers are, let's put it back in the deck and see what, the Starborn, inverted. You knew that you're doing something out of the ordinary on your person. Well, I know I'm doing something out of the ordinary on my personals. Yeah, it's not just out of the ordinary for me, but out of the ordinary for the public. So it's to be, with that realization, this outweighs, you know, whatever point of validation that might ring to be true. Okay, so even if I came up at a negative just because I had a meal, I do not ding myself for that. I do not And therefore I shouldn't scold myself because of that, because I'm doing something here bigger than what I normally do, out of the norm, and relative to the collective. Yeah, I'm creating something here. I'm hatching something. Okay. Let me see here. Thanks. Okay. What's up, Doc? Can we rock? Header cards. Okay, hold on. Boop. 3, 2, 1. Cheese. Surprise. What is it? Knight of Pentacles and Page of Cups. Yeah, definitely. You can bring it instead of saying like, can you dig it? We can dig it. What is that song? Ooh, there it is. Yeah, louder. So it said we can bring it, or I can bring it, but it's we. I remember. I remember it's expressed it as a we. This is just the remedy for the occasion. There must be something astrological happening. All right, today is Tuesday now. Oh, it's Authorizing Officer Tuesday. Of course we can rock. We can, yes, we can. All right, so on the left side, it has already been brought in. So, this is meeting in the middle. You know, when you access, like, open the door, or open the email, or open some line of communication, whatever your window on your phone, or whatever. I bring it. You bring it. That's what that is. Okay, so it is safe to say we can. Okay, and this is in good tidings. Okay. So this is not fight oriented. Like, it's not violent. So the storm here. What the frick was the storm all about? Secret sauce. What's the storm all about? That was weird. Two of Cups in reverse. Oh, it pertains to those that have fallen. Those relationships that have fallen to their demise. Is that right? Oh, yeah. Yes. I mean, they're the ones that did it to themselves. Oh my goodness. So the storm. Yeah. That's weird. Okay. All right. Yeah, we don't need to mess with that. Okay, go from here. Right here. Move on with this. Okay. So what do you want to tell me right now? What is all this rocking about? Oh, it's the Empress. The Emperor. Oh my gosh, yeah. So be patient with yourself, Tina, okay? You're birthing something fantastic and new. And so is your collective, your divine collective. We can rock. So this is particularly, this is dominantly me, though. Primarily me. I fill my inbox right here, my lap. But this is me opening up the portal for me and my collective. Yeah, that's correct. Ding, ding, ding. All right. So since it's like a portal, let's grab one for the portal. 3 or 2 or 1. 3. 1 for the portal. The Hunter. What is that song? Oh, so the hunter became the huntress. Conquest. That's right. Okay. Okay. And that, because I had them all about. Anyway, second one for the portal for my divine collective and I. Apocalypsis. What the frick? Okay, something. Talk about the storm. What is this? Oh, you know, it's like Ghostbusters. Because I got the impression that the portal that I was opening was for us. But it is like to enter. But it's for us to throw that shiz back into whatever they go. I really feel like that. Judgment. Oh my gosh, especially with a conqueror. They're chasing after the wrong things. Anyway, let's not get into, okay, what's the third thing for the portal that I am opening? The mask, accentuated even. This is true. The prophecy is here. Teacher, I know. That's what it felt like. Yeah, for sure. That's crazy. Papa Legba, thanks so much. So I'm also borrowing keys from Mr. Legba. Grandpapa Legba. Yes, to and you know, Hecate, Anubis. And yeah, so this is interesting. It is definitely Ghostbusters energy. How cool is that? That's so we don't need to create a familiar out of, you know, like a pet to constantly bond with out of all of our demons. Some just need an extended time out to be banished into another arena. Some just don't, I don't know, man. They're, we deserve a better life. That's what that is here. I want to read Apocalypsis though. I'm surprised. I don't remember that card. LXXIV. It's towards the last part. Oh, it wanted to jump to the mask again. The persona, the performance, the reveal. Okay, so when in light reveals what has been suppressed, accentuated. And since it is what? Oh my gosh, is it? It is the new moon, Hecate. So good. Tribute to Hecate then. Okay, when in dark further conceals what is rejected. That's crazy. Okay, so this might vibe with someone out there. I'm not like I don't know who these people are. I'm assuming that they are like writers, authors, you know, or some kind of like actors. I don't know. James Ensor, Joan Jonas, and Jimmy Durham. I don't know. Jimmy Durham, like I think sparked some. I feel like somebody out there would know. The Zen koan suggests meditate on your original face, the one you had before your mother and father were born. Okay, we talked about Chewbacca's face mask thing. Oh yeah, I was supposed to get to the other thing. What are we talking about here? I don't remember. There's something else that I wanted to say, but my angels will help remind me, or Hecate will, or like XXIV. Okay. Removing the veil of deception. Holy smokes, this is crazy. Thank you. All right. When in light, the unknown becomes known and guides the way. When in dark, nihilism, fatalism, hopelessness. That's crazy. That's insane. See, talk about Ghostbusters. Yeah, the hunter became the huntress. Yeah, something like that. Did I say it like that? I don't remember. I think that's the lyrics. That's crazy. I'm the lead Ghostbuster. Am I? Or am I just opening up the portal? Let me find out. No, I'm the lead Ghostbuster. Ghostbuster, that's what they said. That's insane. Alright, cool. But it's like transmuting them. Like, into like, more like Slimer. More like mischievous. You see? Butterflies. Go. Fly, my pretties. So it's a respect for life. It's like, you know what? You're obviously not from around here. You did your tours. You upset some people. You caused some destruction, some dismay. But let's be honest here. Wouldn't you rather be challenged by your own kind? You know, like, wouldn't you have more fun toying, you know, with your right crew? Let's see how that goes, okay? You had your time over here. Just carry on over there, okay? You I'm feeling like you might have a better time. You might not get slandered, you know, as much. You might have a better reputation amongst your own, okay? So just, you know, we had our time together. That's what it feels like here. That's what the Empress would do. You see? Oh, it's crazy. It's the first time I ever got it. All right, so put that on the topper. Okay. Okay. Let me check. I don't know. Let me find out. October 2025. Holy crap. It is. New moon. Did not expect that. See, they put me up to task. I didn't even realize it. I just wanted a break. You know, just wanted a break. And do, like, I kind of do a bit better during the witching hour. I feel like I access different points during this time versus when I do a daytime. Both are good, just in different ways. I just don't like to be interrupted by, like, the pixelation of connection. So what goes between the hunter and the apocalypsis? Knight of Swords. Things are moving fast. Oh my gosh, that is crazy. That's crazy. See? Things are quickly. Okay. Okay. Oh, you know what I'm hearing? Riders of the Storm. And I think, I don't remember all the things that they said in it, but I know the song. I just can't remember exactly what they're saying there. Eight of Swords. Trapped. I told you, trapped. Remember back to school shopping, Trapper Keepers? Those were cool. Yes, they were. Still are. Okay. All right. So what goes between Apocalypsis and the Mask? Ten of Swords in reverse. Phoenix energy. Oh, definitely. Fly, my pretties. Fly. So there's something transformative in this middle area. It's not like, you know, when you treat, okay, let's say somebody has had a disadvantaged life. They don't really know any better. They're still a youngling or whatever. And so there's a learning curve there, okay? But if you treat them like shit, or like add a negative, even if it's like, I am more privileged than you, holier than thou kind of energy, they're not gonna, you're already creating a dissonance. And so not only do you set that as a tone, like a guideline, but you also kind of prove them right in their observations of life. That's how they are perceived, especially one who comes from, let's say, a more advantaged background. But also, privately speaking, internalized, that's what they believe in themselves. So it accentuates those features. Okay. It doesn't teach them anything more than what they already knew to begin with. And so it's the same thing, let's say, in a different tone, like a toddler. They say, like, they drop the F-bomb. And the more attention that you give to it, or whatever negative behavior, you you're like accentuating basically, or you take that away, like they're throwing a tantrum and you're not going to give them that attention. So it's kind of like that. Okay, so here, 10 of Swords, Phoenix energy. Fly, my pretties. This is a new home for you. Because Slimer was the, like, basically the Casper, the mischievous Casper, and all of that. So, that's very interesting. I did not know where this thing was gonna go, but I think this is like in preparatory phases, like, what do you call it? Preventative care for like any kind of bullshit, or yeah, like any kind of bullshit energy that usually happens around Halloween, Hallows Eve, Day of the Dead, whatever. You know, those workings. Definitely. All right, all right. Thank you, Hecate. So smart. I like that. SoSmart.com. That's what I used to say with my kids. Yeah. Was that my first one or second one? Second one. I mean, it was with both of them, but you know, like I think maybe just over time. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. All right, so all right. I feel like it's tapering down to here. Do we get one? Yeah, we get one from here. Or no, they said no. We're not gonna go all matchy matchy with the vibe here. Because that's what, yeah, that's what they said. All right, continue with this. All right, what more do you want to say? Hecate? Legba. Anubis. No, so Hecate and Papa Legba are taking lead on this one. Do I separate your inputs or combine them? Separate, combine, combine. Okay. What are you going to tell me then? What's up, Doc? Can we rock? What do you want to tell me about? Queen of Wands. And it like leaned over onto touching the heart. So there's something about harmonizing, like there's a certain gameplay, like striking a chord on you know, those notes to self. I'm telling you, I remember like I used to write like in outline. I think my English teacher started us with that, or history. I don't know. My high school, they were very particular, but like I took to that. So you write outlines like in the chapter, like to prepare us in reading the chapter. We would have to do outlines, and mine was not shorthand. It was not. It was not. So even notes to self would be have to be abbreviated. So I would do NTS. I have this particular visual on it. I don't know why I have to say that, but I did. This it stays with me. So anyway, notes to self. It was like a big thing. It's always been a big thing. Anyway, so particularly striking chord. And there's something about harmonization in delegation of certain things to happen. Oh yeah, definitely. Look at that. This is right underneath it. The way it was lined up. Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. That's crazy shit. Let me tell you. I don't even know what to call out in here, but like the foxes, you know, like they're ready. Like, okay, just say when. That orb. 2 foxes. There's more. There's one right beside me. 3 foxes. Huh. Different birds here, but a total of 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 birds. A lot of elementals here, though. So 4 of Swords. Foxes, I would say, like, more like fiery, you know, but they're also clever too. So, um, I will say the spirited energy. So 2 of Wands here. Size that up correctly. A lot of like thinking here. Yeah. Oh wait, no, that's 3 of Wands. A lot of strategizing here. And it's kind of like Katniss Everdeen. This is the first time I'm seeing it like this. Okay. Katniss Everdeen, when what's his name? I forget. See, Lenny Kravitz, dude, designer, makes her dress of the one with the fire on the bottom. Do you see? Hello, thank you for the congratulations. But for sure, look at that. That's the first time I've seen that. Maybe I've just been doing them in the dark, doing this in the dark, or like not as well lit. So, oh, okay, I'm surrounded by stuff, you know? I'm surrounded by stuff. Stuff. It's a lot of stuff. Okay, here we go. Let me see if I can scoot back here. All right. What else do you want to tell me? I got to Papa Legba. This is kind of like, is this to myself? Or is it just dreaming? It's not, I can share it, but it's really just absolutely for me, like in my back pocket. Yeah, kind of safekeeping, but it's okay to say. I don't know why. Knight of Cups and the Hangman. Oh my gosh, what the frick? So I have a backup crew here, like ones that are really down for me. They are like, what's up, dog? Can we rock? Look. What's up, dog? Can we rock? This is like Spider-Man, I don't know, like Deadpool type of energy. It's a little goofy, but it's like, no, I'm definitely skilled. So it's not like goofy like doofus goofy. It's goofy like a sense of humor. But there's sneaky energy here too. But it's like in good favor. It's in my favor. This is admirer, but it's not like swooning nor like simping. This is you could rely on this energy. That is weird. This is the first time I've gotten that combo too. That's crazy. It's unicorn level too. You see, it's definitely Deadpool type of energy. Like, but they also know martial arts. Well, Deadpool does, right? Because you see the imagery of the person hanging down like that, and the unicorn on the other side for sure. That's crazy. Okay, that's mine. Don't touch. Just kidding. Okay. So I've been gifted with wonderful top of the line ninja resources. And they would definitely listen to that song, that kind of music. Who sings that anyway? I don't remember. Anyway, now in front of me for us. Yeah, it fell between, oh, it fell in the center on the Apocalypsis and the other two cards. So first off, the Fool card. It has begun. So on your marks, get set, and it's go time. Oh my gosh! I didn't even play that. 3 of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, Page of Wands, 5 of Swords, 10 of Cups, 10 of Wands. Oh my god, cups have been stirred. Yeah. And this is I mean, this is great. These are opportunities that are bumping basically. And just because of the way this was handled, it's not like trashing this energy, you know, that is, in a polite manner, you would call this like perturbs the public. In the most cosmically polite manner, graciously speaking. Like looking at the whole scope of things, the way how things had to operate, everybody's purpose. It's like they just perturbed the public here. You send them off, you know. You don't do any extras like goodie bags or anything. You just like good tight, like the way you treat someone, the way you make them feel, is like the best goodie bag ever. So you send them off on their own way, and because of that, it leads to excellent, super duper excellent opportunities, partnerships, learnings, etc. You see, like, hark, look at this, I see an opportunity. Do you see? Hark, I see an opportunity. And then this is the array that it comes with. So Knight of Wands, full on confidence, Page of Wands, starter up. I mean, this is like your what do you call it? Your entourage, basically. Your caravan, basically. That's what that is. So this is at a grouping. I mean, a grouping anyway. 5 of Swords, you win the war. And you bear like a shiz ton of happiness. So this is, and then the 10 of Wands, it's a lot of work. It's not like there's no resting on laurels here, but the ride, yeah, there's valet, there's, you know, what do you call it, a driver, there's, you know, like, there's, things are, this is a better positioning. Oh my gosh, hold on, give me a second there. I'm like, seriously, I feel like really cramped up over here. Give me a second. Excuse me. Be nice. Hold on a sec. Give me a second. I gotta change. Oh, darling. Okay. You know what? Maybe I could sit on this. Oh, yes, ma'am. Yes, you may. Holy crap. I'm gonna have to, like... Okay, I could do it. Look, I can do it. I can do things. She's gonna give birth. Oh my gosh, this is highly inappropriate. Just kidding. It's totally appropriate. Cause I said so. But give me some room over here. I was gonna change, but then I realized it was just more productive to go pee-pee. And then put a blanket over me. They don't really relate to each other except my comfort level and time. Oh man, nope. Oopsies. There we go. Okay, put that there. All right, stretch. Look at that. Where'd my deck go? Right here. Okay. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, good stuff. All right. All right. So what do you want to say now? Okay. Um, Hikate and Papa Legba, what do you want to tell me? What's up, Doc? Can we rock? This is wonderful, by the way. We'll take these two. Let me see if there's anything more. This is excellent. It's go time. But cups being stirred. Yeah, there's like things that keep you awake. Coffee. Like once you win the war, 5 of Swords, you kind of like want some downtime. You want some rest, but like, but that's on the norm. But because there's like getting a second wind, you know, like this is like natural coffee, a natural high. You know, you're excited to tend to these things. You know, these newer responsibilities. This like this new role, this new position for sure. This new outlook even, because it's like on the tree of life, tree house kind of energy. So what comes here? 6 of Swords in reverse and the Moon card, manifestation, like the calm for sure. There's like, you know, like, okay, whenever you are in a war and it's finally over and yes, you've won, great. Normally, like, what is this? Like, calm. There's already like, there's peace. There's peace is manifested. That's what is happening here. Therefore, like, you get that second win. Like, you're no longer drained. Like, you're not having to second guess those things. This is interesting. Is this like, am I entering any dimension? Like, we are. I'm hearing that the verbiage from Hallucination. What's that song? Something stadium powwow. Yeah. Definitely. So it harks a new time for sure. I did not expect to see this. So when's the next full moon? Is there just like, just know this, okay? So November, okay. So November 5th, which is a Wednesday. I don't know what zodiac sign that is. But it, oh my gosh, do you know how crazy that is? That is the 309th day of the year. And today we are at 294. Okay. All right. Interesting. That's crazy. Good to know. Where did I lay that? Oh, right here. Okay. Okay, that's good to know. Okay, I feel like I have to go for these cards now. Yes? Yes, but we must fuel up. The Warrior. What's that song? I hear it though. It's step. Is it kind of like that? Under that umbrella. I don't know what artist that's from though. I'll find out. Okay, let's go ahead and read that one. Oh yeah, talking about Ghostbusters too. That's a different level of battle for sure. That's multi-dimensional and it's feats. Okay. time to slow down here for a second. 10. The warrior. Okay. The samurai, the soldier, the advocate. How crazy good is that? When in light, fierce clarity, purposeful action, resolve, and resilience. When in dark, threats, savagery, abandoning mission and values. Without a true purpose, manifesto, or oath, the warrior is lost. What do you stand for? What are you willing to rise in the name of? Write it out. Very nice. Okay, again, note to self. Okay. You don't necessarily need to scribe everything as physical form. It is, once you have that kind of internalized, that's that's like you go by verbatim. That's your new script. So like I don't, in my position, I don't really like scribing too much because it's like everything is seen. But I don't know. I mean, what's your take on that, Hecate? Like, does it feel like there are certain things that I'm in the midst of doing, and then I see, you know, oh, what is that? The womb. Yeah, I'm in the middle of making stuff, and yeah, and it's like the collective, like, is, I don't know. I think there's I can't get too territorial, but it's like I'm working hard on something, and then all of a sudden I see it like elsewhere, or I don't know. Maybe I'm too open. I don't know. Like, what should I give it? Should I care? Because I don't know if everyone's coming from the right place. I'm trying not to control everything. Okay, so let's. What do you want to say about that part? Describing anyway. Chariot. Just keep going. Like, just keep going. Easy peasy. You're off to greater things. So, like, again, back to when I was working in smaller towns, basically very hedonistic environments, but wouldn't take accountability for their hedonistic, frames of mind. It was like that, like I had a reading on that, like the big pink elephant or something like that. And so when you realize all the scurry, all of like the hidden parts of all of that stuff, where people talk shit on you, but then they also copy you, or and then they ignore your presence, like pretend like you don't exist, that kind of thing. You let them steal those, whatever those things are. Karma will play out accordingly. Not saying that anybody is, okay? I'm just saying, like, back in the small town, you realize those are just peanuts, like, you're looking for something more substantial, and you're meant for something more substantial. So that's, like, so you're not going to police anybody with, and it frees me up too, it was, like, I'm not the only creator here, people have great inputs, and I can attest to that with the people, with those energies that I work with, that other artists that have, on point inputs, and so I know they come from a good place, or they're like, I don't know what their background is, but I do know that when it comes to the interaction, there's no faking that part. There's no faking their inputs, because it's not about just productivity, or even like an entry, like a submission. It's a contribution for sure. Every single time, from the first point, or the first time it started, to like never falters. So I know there are excellent creators out there. There's excellent people to work with, energies to work with. And so like it's better off that way, you know? That's good. Definitely. Yeah. Um what is this? The cave inverted, is it? I don't. Okay, it's extroverted actually. Yeah, I think we're all going through something. And so, um, you know, why would I police anyone's abilities to transmute the energy? Whether it's by origin form, whether it's by copy, um, like everybody's got to start somewhere. So, everybody's path is different. So that's an identifier there. Okay. So this is important to kind of put into perspective, especially when ghost busting, especially when what it's how do you say, positioning yourself well in a better way, because there's a greater understanding of your purpose. So therefore, unlike any other year that I have, experienced or became involved with, is that this time in Halloween, all of the things that happen, there's a degree of certainty in knowing that I can trust myself in, or my collective, we anyway, our involvement in mediating before shit goes down. So instead of it being damage control, which we've been so accustomed to having to deal with, it's preventative care. So that's great. It's good. It's good. I got the chills right there. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I still have them. God, that's so weird. Okay. Anything else that you want to tell us? Hecate, Papa Legba, this one. Oh, it's the bottom. Five of Cups in reverse. So this is not saying goodbye to, certain people, because like we've done that, okay? It got us to this point. The proper goodbyes also allows us to go through like the goodbye of the ego death. So this is gracefully exiting old ways of being. So it's bringing me back to the Fountain card in the Fountain Tarot from the last reading on that. It's I forget what we are going to say about that, but there was also a link with not letting the cups go stagnant. So this is also one for the homies. This is in tribute to the greats. Yeah, for sure. Why did they even show it to me? That's so fast moving. Ego death. It's kind of like a minor arcana level of reincarnation. So as above, so below. This is the way to go for sure. It's bowing out with grace. So like I've lived that scene of my life. Thank you so much. Whether or not there's a crowd, whether or not there's an applause, you just bow out gracefully, like you just had a standing ovation. Exactly like that. They say dance like no one's watching. You bow just like you curtsy just the same. Yeah, for real. That's crazy good. For us, that's wonderful. Anything else? Yes? No. Yes. Shuffle? Pick. They said select. Seven of Pentacles. With all good things comes patience. I just realized this lady is naked. That's the first card in this deck. I think the only card in this deck where she's naked. I think in having to say goodbye to a certain way of thinking, a certain realm of yourself, in closing that chapter, it does take patience. Like, you see your growth as you move along, and it's being very honest, very transparent, very raw, and it's and there's something about poise in this, again with the Fountain card, just the blessing of just being. And so you were like allowed this, like you got a certain allowance allotted to this frame in your life. And so they're saying like you spent it well, and that's what it is. For sure. You get to see yourself like with compassion, like, oh, this little baby, look at this, you know. So it's not like the understanding of like lower hanging fruit, like, oh God, dude, I've been there. Again, the same red as this in you know, like, what is it? Katniss Everdeen, that dress, you see? District, whatever it was. Like where you came from, and you're like, oh, you know, there's like some, like a solemn feel to it, but then there's also like there's a freeing force in knowing that there's much more ahead of you. And so you're not like cursing that part that basically droops, like the lower hanging fruit. Yeah. Something about pruning here then. Oh, I just saw a dragon right up the top. Maybe there's more dragons in this. But dragon is the spirit totem for her in that. A baby dragon. Or a smaller one anyway. Okay. Alright, anything else? Yes? No. No on this one. Alright. What did we leave with? Bottom of the deck, 9 of Wands in reverse. So definitely this is private moment where you forego I don't know, wait, forego what? The Hermit card. You don't forego that. It was a retreat. King of Cups, yeah. Like the higher part of your brain. I don't know why they're saying it like that, but this is something that you know on your own. That we know on our own. Queen of Swords in reverse. We can handle the harsh truths like that we know to be harsh. For sure. Nine of Pentacles, they stand alone. There's we can own up to them because there's a lot more that is to be uncovered. For sure. It's like kind of dressing in layers, that type of energy. You can see that because like it ends with the High Priestess here. You see? She's dressing in layers. But for my readers out there, here's a little slideshow, okay? Oh, well, thank you for the nice comment on there. I think I'm reading that here. Yeah, I think so. Anyway, so you forego, like, you don't show up. There's like a retreat, to that ultimate inner knowing, that only you know. And so, like, these harsh truths about yourself, like, you could bitch slap yourself for sure, but maybe you've done that earlier times. Anyway, Nine of Pentacles, that harsh truth stands alone, but you can handle it. You can stomach that, or we can. The Nine of Pentacles in reverse, and then two of, yeah, we know, like, we know our faults, from previous occasions, but there's so much more, and we know that. We know that to unfold. See, dressing in layers. That's how we got to that. Okay, I'll put that one down. All right, very nice, very nice. That was at the bottom of the deck. No secret to the sauce. All right. So any more from here? Yes? Yeah, okay. This one. The crone energy inverted. Yeah. We know. We know bastard, sure. Um, I think that's standalone. That's standalone energy. That's a summary basically of those other cards over there. Okay. So I think it's takeaways time because it's already been 40 minutes, okay? All right. So, one for my divine collective. Okay. The star card. Oh my gosh, my divine collective are shining. They're shining, definitely. Are very well known. They said do not use the word celebrities, okay? Because I think it's become like a, what do you call it? Like a clickbait type of thing, like a new trend. Like, like, there's a lot of bullshitters out there, a lot of people that accentuate things that are, just talk up. They're saying talk. Hold on, wait. Yes, they're saying talk up other people's asses. That's how they phrased it. That's how they said it. So but my divine collective is also inclusive of celebrities, but firmly in its more collective sense. The attention should go to you're all shining. There's also like, you have a certain degree of pull, you have a following, there are fishes like in the air that are like surrounding you, us, that kind of thing. No, they said you. They want to bring the attention to you, my divine collective. Yes. And there's this is the first time I noticed that flopped. You see, like, there's fish out of water that just flopped, and they're like on the floor. You know how crazy as that is? That's the first time I noticed that. Oh my. And I got some grungy nails. Okay, but that's fine. But this is like low tide though, so we can't assume that they'll all die. They're just fish that have not learned how to ascend, like adapt. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay, so it felt accentuated on my Empress card. How crazy good is that? That's crazy. It like fell firmly on the foundation of it. That's crazy. What the heck? I did not expect that. Well, so it's still true, but like even more so accentuated for me. Yeah. That's crazy. All right. So that's for my divine collective here. All right, you get one also for here, clarifier. From Hecate, Papa Legba. The healer. Oh my gosh. My divine collective are healers. Nurturers, caretakers, okay, in a variety of forms. But also like has like different levels of different tiers of perspectives. So they don't just like, they're not just like on penthouse level looking down at everybody. They've also been mid-tier. They've also been at the low. You see? Comes full circle. And protection. So also protectors. So also like mothers, fathers, you know, caretakers, you know, that kind of energy. That's you guys. That's insane. Holy smokes. Let me just read out just briefly what that part is for you, because like that's a highly abundant card to get. The light worker, the gifted, the old soul. So when in light, self-contained, grateful, and awake. When in dark, tired, needy, forgetting its own practice. Okay. If you want to screenshot this and then like invert it, because I think it comes out backwards when you see it. Look. Oh, you know what? Here's a better way to do it. Let me just turn around the camera so you can screenshot it. Give me a second. Let me move some things around. Hold on. Oh, can you see it? Do you see it? Oops. Okay. Look at that. Problem solving. So that's you, okay? My divine collective. I am wearing shorts. I just, you know, sometimes I'm a little sharing, more sharing than I realize. Okay, so for my back pocket, what do you call it? Deadpool energy here. What is your takeaway? Queen of Cups. Well, this is divine feminine energy. Again, the turtles with the light, you know, on them. It's kind of like, you know, that night glowworm, that nightlight, was it glowworm? Back in the day, they had these like, I don't know. It was like, they were cute, but now that I think of them, they're a little creepy. But it's just like a different variation of Cabbage Patch Kids, except it's like butterfly cocoon, like worm status. Glowworm. Okay. Anyway, everything had to light up. The shoes, everything. So, Queen of Cups. Highly intuitive, empath energy, like software sensitive on the inside, but a huge degree of pull, like to convince like old school reptile aquatic energy, like not everybody can do, okay? That's a certain degree of pull. Like you have panache points with the universe in order to do that. Yeah, I think there's something also tribal here, because this is the first time I noticed that she has feathers in her hair. So we may have like native indigenous type of backgrounds here. Definitely very much in touch with the earth, but not just earth, but like cosmically speaking, you see like those orbs around her. So earth star as well as soul star chakra. So from like that which is beneath you as well as above you. And there's something about the best blessings basket or something. Someone mentioned that to me, that like blessings are like basically like the whole content of the sandwich, not just as above so below, but everything in between, the whole basket of goodies. So there's that. Okay. Also, like, not just older, but also like wiser type of energies. Um yeah, they have magic to them, and it is also ancestral. So that's amazing. You're amazing. All right. So your clarifier, my Deadpool energy clarifier is, yeah, yeah, the poet accentuated. These are also mystics too, like in their introverted type of like void type of energy. They get a lot of messages from the universe. These are, oh my gosh, these are very, like, these are super talented. So not just martial arts, not just like their stealth mode, not just their intuition and their link to um as above so below in its expansive form, their ancestral and like magic and all of that, like what, but a huge degree of gratitude, and therefore so much like better positioned to translate that into a way of they have like romancing like the language. So great with their love language, can flex with a lot of content to work with. Um, but they're like there's also that search, not just in like their purpose, like following their purpose, but there's also like a tangent, also like a side quest of wanting to find their match, like they're ready to play ball. You know, it came out accentuated. They're ready to play, like, who can I play ball with? Do they understand what like I'm holding here, or do they think it's like I don't know, like, seriously, oh my gosh, these are um they they also do ritual too, because like what I'm seeing here in its abstract form is like a hooded type of thing, you know, in Rez's with fucking Sid on there, let me in, yeah, you know, the caped, you know, the black shrouded, I think there's 3 or 4 of them. Mm-hmm. Let me read this one for you too. 7 is like the chariot card too. Again, it's go time. Um, that's crazy. I don't know what to say. Okay. The artist, the witness, the truth teller, for sure. Okay. When in light, clairvoyant, wise, timeless. Yeah. When in dark, harmful words, sharp tongue, thwarted creativity. It is Deadpool type of energy. That's crazy. Okay, so go deeper. Spend 1 hour reading poetry, then one more. Okay. Oh wait, I was supposed to do a screenshot thing for you. Hold on. Hold your horses. Hold on. Open the page. Okay. Do you see? Do you see? Whew. Do you see? Okay. I think that's enough. Okay. Coming back on over. Oh, wrong. Don't look at my mess. Jeez. So judgmental. Just kidding. Sneaky. Sneaky sauce. Okay. So I get to do my 3 takeaways now. Okay. Wait. Oh, I still have candy. Yay. Celebratory. Mm. Mm. Temperance. Okay. Going with the flow is good. Oh my god. Look at this. Take a good look at this. Look at, she's playing with a ball. You see that? I think the colors kind of carry over a little bit. But this one's like super vivid. And these are like watercolor. But dude, that's crazy. Blue and gold here. There's more of like sunset and storm colors here. So this dude is like extra. Or this energy, let's say, is extra, okay? Um, but I get to like soften it, mediate with it. I can play ball. What the heck? That's wait, hold up. Wait. No, it's correct. There's no funny business except, you know, funny while conducting business, you know? That's what that is. There's also some dragon energy here too. Yeah, multi. 1, 2, 3. More matured too. That's 3 of Wands. It's been a long time coming, is what they're saying. Because it's Wands, Fire, Dragon, 3 of Wands. More matured than the baby dragon we just saw somewhere. Somewhere. I don't remember. What? Hold on. Hold up your horses. Where did we see the dragon? Anyway. This one. Right here. The 7 of... Oh, yeah. Definitely. The 7 of Pentacles. How, you know, we perceive, you know, ego deaths prior to. Oh, yeah. It's been a long time coming. So there's, like, not just a glow up. A major, massive glow up. But, like, maturation. Like, do not forget about, like, the substantial part of it. It's not just the aesthetic. It's not just like the ooh ah, the allure part of it. This is like the big time, the big part of it. The maturation. Interesting. All right, my second took away. Yes, the magician. Ah, bada bing, bada boom. Wait, every time my baby's in the room, what the frick? I told you, ninja, chill. That's crazy. Decorated ninja. I mean, magician. That's crazy. Also Empress energy too in fertility with those florals right there. I'm good as a standalone. Again, the magician still has the infinite ring up there, the infinite 8. You know those Easter heads, those giant Easter land heads? I don't forget what you call them. Again, I need those cards. I need them. But the Easter Island heads, big heads. Yeah. You see? But it's like alien-like. You see? So, I am a familiar to my extraterrestrial divine fam, is what they're saying. I am their official carrot and stick, except, so like it's equally exploratory. You see, like the eyes, the eyes right there. You see right there, and the carrot and stick, almost like very decorated. Like, oh, I can. Yeah, that's crazy. I'm a representative. Yay! That's surprising. It's the first time I've seen that. Okay. All right. So greater purpose. That's great. I like it. I don't know what the Easter Island heads are about, but they're mysterious. But I feel like the tribal, but extraterrestrials have taken interest in it, in them. Maybe the people. I don't know. But the Easter Island head things are not actually extraterrestrial created. It's tribal. But like they said, they have taken an interest in the people, the culture, or whatever. Yeah. In the area. In the people. I get a little, it's more faint with the culture, but it's firmly with the area and the people. I don't know what that means, but that's fine. Well, I'll find out. My third takeaway is Two of Pentacles in reverse. There's something undercover that's loading, because there's a ball in this energy that, you know, is I'm handling, and there's also a ball that I'm handling over there. Both are in link and relative to very, very strong forces. Excuse me. Oh, my knee. Ooh. That's crazy. So it's not like things are out of balance. You remember we said something about just because things are out of order, it does not mean translate to disorder. It's just a different cue, a strategic cue is what they're saying. For this, they're saying that things are loading. But there's also, so there's a management of energy that I get to work with. Ugh, excuse me, yeah. Bottom of the deck, 9 of Cups still. Yeah, okay. Where's my, there, okay. So, clarifier, my first takeaway, Temperance. The underworld, oh my god, for sure. Chills. And that's probably why this energy is like, you know, we be friends. That's crazy. All right, Temperance. So, wow. There's the book. XLVII. No. Triple I. It's after the storm. Okay. The nightmare, the ordeal, the bottom. When in light, bravery, depth, facing of deepest fears. Okay. When in dark, denial, suppression, evil, unconsciousness. That's crazy with Temperance. So it is balancing between the two. Because when they're saying if I were to go dark, it's like blackout dark, like you don't remember, like it's on a new level, okay? But even more so, when in light, it's kind of like Avatar energy. But like, dude, that's crazy. Like, you know, when I've never gotten to that level of like drinking to black out, but I've heard stories where people do some really awful shit, like where they're like the most hated, you know, that kind of energy. This is like, there's, you know, that's very dark. That's very dark. Okay, that's a new level of dark. Okay, okay. So anyway, that's great to show within Temperance. Okay, so it hallmarks even more so. It gives more meaning to the Magician card. That's crazy. Okay, so speaking of the Magician, what's my takeaway clarifier for that? It goes like this. Okay. It wanted to show me the storm again. It was crazy. The womb. Yeah, I'm creating something. Gestating. What's the triangle upside down in elements? I don't remember. I don't memorize these things. I don't know. Okay. Okay. I can get one more for that because I keep getting that. That's insane. The village. There's something about an access point, the portal, you know, like as above, so below. Like, so like the, you see, you do, like, look. Okay, as above, so below. Entry, portal, like something about wisdom there, but the ocean is more like a field of grass, almost like field of wheat, almost like there's something audible about it, and it's like tactile, tangible, like energy. So there's nothing that I can't drown in this, but I can access. Oh, remember talking about the accessing that portal? Interesting. Well, more is to unfold. Oh, wait, I'm supposed to read that part. XLI. Oh, it was just there, I think. Okay, the village, the hometown, the family, the tribe. Oh, I come from a different place. Yeah, I heard the official meow, okay? Shh, wait your turn. When in light, intimate, rooted, intergenerational, and communal. When in dark, small-minded, gossipy, trapped, restricted. Remember talking about that small town thing? What's that? Who sings? What, small town DJs? What is it? There's a song. I don't know what the lyrics. I can't think of the lyrics, but small town DJs. That's an artist. So it's a channel from that. That's crazy. Okay. Yay. Okay. So that's great. All right. So my third takeaway clarifier to Pentacles is the dead end inverted. Okay, so with as much as there is to discover about myself, there's still a shiz ton more on the outskirts. And I get to discover that not just in self-isolation, but also in like venturing out in the community. And also there's something about, hold on. What the frick? This said 2 more for that one. Okay, so those 2, I guess. The ring and the kiss. Frick. Is this what this is? What? For real? Hold up. Wait. No. It is correct. So hold up. The devil card. The tear inverted. Dude is extra. What? I mean, what? Hekate, Papa Legba. Can you get me one more, please? Figure this thing out. Just verify it, please. The eternal child. Accentuated. This is again, they said go out there and play. This is play ball. What the frick? So everything, the ring, the kiss, this dude, or this energy. My Deadpool is here. My Deadpool has arrived. He does not mind the shape of my feet. That's the least of his worries. Or their worries. I don't know. Anyway, this is the number 4, which is the Emperor card. Like, the ball is in your... Tina. The 3rd time. The ball. The ring. The kiss. Like, what the heck? What? So, again, out of quarantine, come out and play. That's crazy. So what's up, Doc? Can we rock? I guess so. That is crazy. Let me finish my candy first. Okay. I did not. Weird. One surprise thing. Talk about Deadpool energy in like ninja feels. So swing, rib liquor, entertainment, 100 miles per hour, frills. This is the first time I've seen this one. There. Okay. What does it say? Page 42 and 43. Cider, what? Cider 1-up some more? Is that how it is? Banksy paints a friend's stall in front of Ashton Court Free Festival in the late 90s and is paid in cider. 8 pints of farm strength scrumpy later, and Banksy was barely standing but felt like he had drunk his monkey's worth. The piece was kept by one of the festival's organizers and was later auctioned for a 6-figure sum. That's the first time I've seen that. I was just cleaning and I discovered this. I don't remember where I got it from. Maybe, was it, did I buy it myself? I don't remember. I just knew that I wasn't going to throw it away, or like, I don't know. Because I knew it was going to come into some purpose. I don't know. Other than, because like, I wanted to use it for its art too, but I couldn't bring it in myself to like, damage a book that was still, good and that had interest on the other sides of pages. That's just how I am, okay? That's what I'm saying. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Maybe it is that kind of energy though. So these are like the better times, where like money isn't the concern nor the item in question. The area of interest is so much more imaginative and so much more exciting than one would, dare to quantify in its financial fields. That's what they're saying. Okay, that's it for now. Thanks very much for all donations provided in and of light and love that reciprocate equally and therefore abundantly. But now that this reading is officially over, I call back all my power, energy, essence, gifts, strength, passions, properties, passions. Okay. From those that call upon, cast, generate, bring, magnify, multiply, or any variation thereof, the aforementioned ill will, intent, thought, form, pattern, and or entity, to pass through the white light of the Holy Spirit for cleansings, for blessings, for reformatting, to love and light energy, and to be referred about in me, only me, hassle free, no doubt, and no attachment, except for all bonus points included. Thanks a much. much. Thank you for letting me read for you. This has been a wonderful, eye-opening adventure. So blessings be to my collective, to my Deadpool, and oh, thank you, Hecate, my hosts, Hecate and Papa Legba. Thank you. Okay, that's it for now. Okay, upon closing the portals in this reading, I send all energies back to their appropriate locations outside of mine with their appropriate karmas too, assisting with the sequence of rollout. Enlighten love, close portals in this reading. Now.